What's up, guys? In this video I want to break down the art of taking action, and the reason I want to do it is because I just spontaneously booked a trip. I do this pretty often, and it had me thinking about how there's very few times in my life where I hesitate. There's very few times where I don't get an idea, figure out how to take action, and then do it. Right? That's the important part, and I really do feel like it has led to a good amount of my success at 21 years old, living the life I live, where I can just go book an Airbnb for 10 days because I want to travel and not have to worry about the expenses, like a few grand or whatever. Just literally does not matter. And it's all because it's because I make money in sales, but the reality is all of this stems from me having taken action from a very young age. Having taken action, like when I reflect back on it, at the end of the day, it has to do with me taking action at 12 years old, 13 years old, when I was selling fidget spinners in school. I just took action on it. And then guess what? I dealt with some consequences. I got in trouble eventually for selling it, but I ended up making like $1,000 when I was young doing that. Then outside of that, next thing, taking action on drop shipping. Even though I failed, I took action, right? I wasn't 18. I used my brother's name to set everything up because he was. Like, I just took action. I just found ways to take action, and that led into me getting into high-ticket sales at 16 and making money with it. And now that's what I do full-time. I'm 21, and I do it full-time because I just kept taking action on things until I succeeded. Now, why do most people fall into analysis paralysis where they don't take action? That was something I thought about for a while. And what I realized is that most people are unsuccessful, do not take action, not because they don't want to succeed, but because there's a part of your brain that is responsible for keeping you safe. The issue is your brain correlates safety to familiarity. Familiarity, I think that's the word. Your brain associates what is safe with what's familiar. And so knowing that, right, like what's safe, it goes back to like when you're born as a kid, right? Being around your parents, like sleeping in your parents' bed, that's safe, right? Like when you had a dream when you were a little kid that was a bad dream, like you told your parents, like that kind of thing, right? It goes back to primal instincts. But then beyond that, as you grow up, the people you surround yourself with, that's safe. The things you do on a day-by-day basis, that's safe. The path that you see everybody else following, that you're familiar with, you see your siblings follow, college, whatever else it is, that's safe. Why? Well, not because it's actually safe at the root of it, but because so many other people have done it. So many other people are following that path. So it's the same thing where in your day-by-day, your brain tries to keep you on the same path. That's the issue. To succeed, you need to go on a path that you are not familiar with. Because if you are not successful and you want to become successful, how are you going to get there without changing something, right? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. So let's say there's two streets, right? You know where one street goes, you know where another goes. Every single time that you go on this street, you're going to end up in the same place. And every single time you go on this street, you're going to end up in the same place. It's not that this street doesn't exist. It's not that there isn't an ulterior path. It's not that you can't find another way to approach your life. It's just that you keep going on the same path every single day because it's familiar, because it's safe. So, in order to get out of analysis paralysis, you have to stop listening to the part of your brain that's trying to keep you safe. You have to stop associating safety with a good life. The moment, and this kind of sounds scary because it is, but the moment that you understand that it's not going to be safe, the path you're going on. If you want success, if you are actually serious about whatever it is, it could be as little as 10 grand a month, it could be as big as $1 million a month. The moment that you understand that safety is not going to get you to your goals, and you stop, everybody wants to be safe for some reason. The moment that you stop, trying to be safe is the moment you'll open up your brain to the idea that you need to go on a different path in order to reach success. And for me, that was big because that just allows me to take action. Like when I'm looking at a decision, when I'm looking at should I do this or should I do this, it's less about which one's the safer path. It's more about which one has the potential, even the smallest percentage chance, of getting me closer to my goals. So for you guys, like a lot of people that I help get into high ticket sales, like they're overthinking it. They're not wanting to invest in themselves. They're not wanting to take the leap. They don't want to get surrounded by the right people to then be able to make, like, let's say they want to make 10 grand a month. And they're like scared to invest a couple grand or whatever it is to get access to coaching or community that can connect them with roles and get them to that 10 grand a month. They're scared of that, right? And they start overthinking it, but they don't understand that what's their alternative? Their alternative is the safe path, but which one has the chance of getting them closer to their goals? Which one has a higher chance of actually dropping them in an environment and a reality where they're making 10 grand a month if that's their goal? And every single time the answer to that is getting high level coaching, investing in themselves, committing to themselves, and all that kind of stuff. But what's holding them back from taking that route, taking the route that has the highest probability chance of getting them success? It's fear, right? It's being scared. It's the safe route that's holding them back, because the safe route is continuing to do the same thing over and over every single day, because you know what it looks like, you know what it feels like, you know what it sounds like, you know what it tastes like, everything, right? You know it because you're familiar with it. It's safe. But if you're able to remove yourself from the idea of needing to be safe, you will achieve the success that you're after. And that's what I'll wrap all of this up with. If you can stop yearning for safety and instead yearn for a situation that gets you the highest probability chance of succeeding, you will get everything that you want, all the reality you want. Not just 10 grand a month, 50, 100 grand a month, right? So in sales, let's say you want to get into sales. Stop going for the safe route. Stop going for the easy route. Stop going for the thing that seems like it can't hurt you, because it will. It will just hurt you in a different way. It will hurt you when you're looking back at the last year or 2 years, realizing you didn't get to your goals, realizing you never progressed. It will hurt you when you have the regret of never trying. That's what the safe route will hurt you with, and that hurts a lot more later on once you realize it. Because it's silent for the whole time until all of a sudden it smacks you one day in the face and you're like, dang, I went the safe route and now it's getting me back because I'm regretting life. I'm in a reality I don't want to be living in day by day. I never took this chance on myself, and now I don't live my dream life. So don't let that be you. Instead, take the unsafe path. Take the thing that feels risky at the time, because you'll look back and realize it wasn't that risky. Promise you guys. If you guys want any high-level sales help, just shoot me a DM on IG or apply down below. I'll see you guys in the next video.